I'm going to do something fun. This front door has annoyed me for quite some time, and I'm going to try and change it. This door used to be blue, and I painted this with my mum, and I chose this dark green, but I've never actually liked it. I've been wanting to paint it since forever. Also, the paint is chipping. I don't understand why. I feel as though some of the wood is so old that it's so dry it just doesn't hold on to paint anymore. I don't quite understand how it works, but I have the issue all over the place. Regardless though, I'm going to strip the paint. I actually got this paint stripper for the first time. I've never used anything like this before, so I'm going to try and apply this, and hopefully it will help strip the paint. Look at how this is just detached. Why does it do that? I actually don't know if I need to wear a mask. I mean, it says don't put it in your eyes. Doesn't say anything about smell. I'm really hoping this is going to work. Some of this old white paint is already doing a paint stripper thingy, but that's a very thin layer, and there's a couple of layers on top of that, so... But that's fun to see. Something is working. It's going to need a bit more time. Let's see what happens. Right. I really want to finish the outstanding bits of painting that I can reach at least. Definitely doing something. Well, it did something. This has been working its magic all night, and it is finally starting to come off, but I do think that there's quite a few spots where I'm going to have to just do multiple layers. I think it will be a slow process, but it does do something. So that's good. But yeah, the wood underneath, I don't know, it's either very dry or very wet. I feel like this wood underneath, in some spots it seems like it's too dry because it's too old, and then in other spots it just seems wet, like it will never dry. I wonder if it's just too old and it just won't take paint anymore, but I do want to paint it. I guess I could always stain it, but I got myself a paint and I really want to try it because it's a colour I haven't used before. My idea is to at least get rid of my layer of paint. Some of it is going quite well, some of it isn't. I'm seeing all of these different layers. I've got my green, then there's a blue underneath, then there's a brighter green underneath that one, and then there is a white or like a light blue colour. I have a feeling this is going to take multiple days to get this off. I'm going to try and at least get rid of my layer of paint here, and then anywhere it doesn't want to come off, I'm going to add a bit more paint remover and then do it step by step. I'm not looking forward to doing this, but I should. I am going to do this. How do I... My white suit is back. Ah! But I'll be so happy when this is done. Let's see if this is sturdy enough to hold me. Yes, I can reach! Okay, this is good. The light is disappearing way too fast. No time to do anything really. It's only about 3:30 and it's already too dark to do anything really. And I have so many things that I want to finish. But I do need light. I think it's been 3 days now that I've been putting paint stripper on this door, stripping away, putting more paint stripper on. It's just been a long-winded process. But I'm finally at a point where most of it on the door is gone. I need to clean it, then I'll sand it, and hopefully paint it again. This white here has been a little bit more difficult. There's a bunch of layers that are very thick. I left paint stripper on here for a day and a half or 2 days, and it's finally starting to work on the first layer. But yeah, I just want to take off the last bits of paint, clean it, and then hopefully I'll be able to paint it. Hopefully. I've been checking the weather forecast, and I think I have to come to realize that this door is not going to get painted before winter. I was really hoping to be able to do it just before it would get too cold, but the weather is starting to properly change in about a week. And the linseed oil paint that I use needs 3 layers, and then it takes 3, 4, 5 days in between each layer to dry. And that's just not going to happen with the cold temperatures coming up. So that's sad. So I'll have to wait for spring. There's a couple of things I wasn't able to do just in time. What I will do is cover this door in a good layer of linseed oil so it's protected, and that can like nicely soak in, look after the door, and in spring it'll be ready to be pretty. You know, this misty, moody season we're in right now, it means Black Friday season is upon us. And with Foreo sponsoring this video today, that means some phenomenal deals are about to happen. I've loved Foreo for quite a while, and living out here in the forest is like having my own luxury private spa, but with none of the downsides, like having to travel somewhere, having people touch you. But I get all the benefits, which is great skin and the most spectacular mask I could have asked for. This is the FAQ 202. It is a lightweight LED mask It's comfortable to wear anywhere because of the silicone which molds around any face shape. It uses 8 different LED wavelengths, including near infrared, and they each target different skin concerns, which means that everybody can choose the specific treatment that the skin needs. My skin gets dull and looks very tired during this time of year, so I've been seeking out treatments that include the orange LED, which stimulates the healthy glow that I'm missing. The quick refresh has been my go-to. I apply the red peptide serum and then I select the treatment in the app. It's making my skin feel much more balanced and alive again. All these different wavelengths help with different concerns such as fine lines, dark spots, they boost collagen production and minimize red pores and redness. And it's all clinically proven. Plus it looks cool. As I already mentioned, Freya has some exceptional Black Friday deals, so if you were interested in the products, this would be the best time of the year to check them out. I have also been given a discount code RWR35, so if you click the link in my description, you can use my discount code and you will receive an additional 35% off almost all Freya products. And this discount code is stackable on top of any other offers that are already happening, which means you could get up to 50% off, which is of course huge. For the past days, I've been doing all of these bitty projects at the same time. I'm painting, I'm scraping off paint, and it's starting to get too cold to actually continue those projects. Unfortunately, as usual, DIY projects just end up taking longer than you think they're going to take. So after scraping and painting the entire summer, I made this deck because, well, one, it's fun, and also it gives me better access to do the projects I need to do on this side of the house, which is paint the facade. It's much easier to get up high now, and also access this porch. And this porch, I actually got new timber for it. I have new beams to replace these. I have paint for the door. I have all of these ideas. That crack in the concrete has partially been mended already, but obviously needs more fixing. But it's a little bit later in the year, it's getting to be too cold for all of these things, and I think I just have to wait until spring for most of them, because I can't pour concrete or epoxy, I can't paint, yeah. But what I can do is make stairs for this deck, because that will be useful. I started looking at these stairs last time. I was trying to figure out how I could place them, but there's a few things complicating it, which is the slope and this open design here. So if I were to put these blocks in, I'd have to go all the way back to this point, which requires more timber than I have currently, but also I'd have to dig into the earth because of this slope. And obviously that's going to cause issues because water is just going to sit there and rot the wood. So I decided to make my own stringers. I know you can buy them, but I find them a bit pricey, and also I like the threads to be a little bit deeper than the standard. I've done so in all the other stairs here, so it will be nice if it matches the other steps. So I'm going to start making these stringers. It's going to be a bit DIY. Well, everything is DIY. I'm just going to start making them, and hopefully it will work. I don't have quite the right timber to do it the right way, so it's another experiment. We'll see how it works out. So the idea is that today I'm just going to cut everything to size, then I'm going to have a look at which hardware I need and pick that up. I think today is going to rain all day, so it'll be a good day to get very wet and go to the shops. Got my first piece. Yeah, that. The other ones are a bit easier. This one is different because the wood is wider, so I had to do a bit more playing around with it. It's just starting to rain again, so I think that means it's time for a break. I made a template, so this is going to be easy to figure out. Just when I'm getting back at it, and it's starting to rain again. Come on! Okay, here we go again. Why? I'm thinking I'll take this timber inside and another piece. Is it still Is the rain stopping, or is it just going to keep on going? Okay, I was thinking about taking this inside so I can just mark it while it's dry inside. Yeah, let's just do that. I can't decide if I should just stay outside. It's almost dry now. This door is turned into a very nice and clean version of itself. This door is technically still covered in a bunch of colours, but it's looking and feeling very clean. So I am happy I did that, even though it's not going to look nice for winter. But it's a good service now to try and paint it again. It could start to rain at any moment now, but I really want to paint this wall. It's happening. Finally. I do have to close that hole, but I've come prepared. It is quite literally starting to rain just as I'm starting to paint. But luckily the eaves are keeping me dry. All is good. I did about a third. Well, I think it's time to go inside. I'm happy I made a start at least. The thing that takes up the most time is the bit under the eaves, not the wall itself. Tiny update. It's been dark for hours. I just went outside and something very unexpected is happening. It's snowing. I mean, this snow will absolutely be gone in the morning, but none of the weather forecasts said that it was going to snow. It's just hilarious. It's been so warm these days. I have all of my pieces here. I'm going to keep it quite simple. I'm struggling to get a flat surface, but this is the idea. I got myself these giant screws and I'm putting them in at different angles, which hopefully will make it stronger. First stringer. I mentioned that this was a bit of a very DIY approach, and it's because usually you just have a piece of timber that's wide enough and you cut out this shape. And I'm screwing this together, which would make it less strong, but this is the timber I have, and I've also never seen timber sold here that's thick enough and wide enough to be able to do this myself. So I figured I would just have a go and try it. Honestly, it feels very sturdy. And this would go like that. I've got 3 of these. The one in the middle is slightly different because the timber is a slightly different dimension, but the stringers are going to be the same. Yeah. That's it. Happy days. Now I'm just going to repeat this a bunch of times. These big screws are a lot for my drill. It's smoking. I've got 2 now. I just have 1 screw that needs to go in a tiny bit more, but it doesn't really want to. So I need 4 of these lengths, and I've got 3. This is actually happening. This is so cool! Dry fit looks good. I'm not too happy about the holes that I've made to put this in. It's the slope that's complicating things, because the rise is correct from the ground to the first step, second step, third step and all that. But because of the slope, things go a bit odd. But I might change that at one point, but I think for now I'm going to leave it. I'm in a bit of a time crunch. So yeah, next step is bolting the stringers to the joists. Okay, I have 2 holes for bolts. I'm getting so close. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already getting dark. Okay, this is looking good. It's very close to being finished, but I need more timber for the threads, and I'm also going to put up risers so you don't look into this messy bit behind here. So I'll have risers here, and it's going to look very nice. I don't know what else to say actually. I am cold, and I'm just cold. I want to go inside.